Good afternoon. Happy Juneteenth, and welcome to the very first webinar for Be Well Incorporated. So really quick, just wanted to take this opportunity and thank everyone for taking your time out, your day to join this webinar and community of wealth building individuals. My name is Cedric, and I am the founder and president of the organization. To kick this celebration off, I will briefly go over today's agenda, the mission, our different fundraising sectors, and discuss the topic of Stand in Life from my first published workbook. So I'm truly overwhelmed with the amount of support and contribution we received for this first webinar. In this webinar, we will have multiple persons presenting different wealth building topics, performances by emerging up and coming artist VIP Watts and comedian Nate Russ. And after we soak up knowledge, we will have the first casino fundraiser in Dallas. All proceeds for both the webinar and casino go to the organization mission. So our mission is to provide tools, knowledge, and connections that empower people and help build wealth in the community. It is very important that we achieve this mission in diverse ways that create involvement and effective results. So we plan on achieving the mission by doing the following. We have casino fundraisers that we're going to do throughout the year. We have a virtual library that's growing on Kindle, and we have physical copies coming soon, all available on the website. So we also have webinars like this one, podcasts featuring myself, other entrepreneurs, and motivational speakers that will be streaming on YouTube and as the website as well. And also virtual trading lessons, virtual small business coaching are also available through the website booking. So what is wealth? Wealth is the abundance of valuable financial assets or physical possessions. Just remember, rich is temporary, wealth is forever. An individual possessing a substantial net worth is known as wealthy. Net worth is defined as the current value of one's assets less liability. Always remember, wealthy mindset creates wealthy habits, which results in wealthy life. So just to give you a breakdown of net worth and its basic principles, it's the calculation is assets minus liabilities equals net worth. So some of us may know what assets and liabilities are, but a useful or a valuable thing is defined as an asset. And some examples of common on personal assets, probably around your home, or most of us own them ourselves. You can categorize artwork, automobile, checking accounts, home, jewelry, investment accounts, retirement accounts, and savings accounts. If you have any more, drop the assets that you have in mind in the chats, and just give other people ideas. And assets should always create value, and savings accounts do not. So how much interest can you earn on $10,000 in your savings account after 1 year? Most savings accounts have a ridiculous low interest rate. So your earnings after 1 year will only be $1 if it was 1.01%. So basically, invest your money, take risks, set up reoccurring transactions. Um, Nowadays, there are more advantaged ways to save your money than a traditional savings account. And why not use these new investing apps, which pay on average greater return than a traditional savings account? Most accounts like Acorn, Robinhood, Coinbase, etc., allow you to send reoccurring payments that invest in the market, and they also give you access to your money and offer instant deposits, so your money is always readily available. So, what is the most valuable asset? If you think you know, just go ahead, drop it in the chat. Once again, I'll wait about 10 seconds just to see getting feedback. Cool. So, time. Time to me is the most valuable asset. Time spent can never be re-earned. I like to treat my time like money. Always invest your time in what you think will have a good ROI. ROI stands for return on investment. So if you're handling your time, which you can never get back like money, you're better off, well off than the next. Liabilities. So some examples of common liabilities that 99% of people have, bank debt, mortgage debt, money owed to suppliers, which would be accounts payable, wages owed if you're own a business, taxes owed is a big one. So mortgage debt is a good debt. Good debt can also be tuition owed, business, startup loans, etc. Consider debts to obtain assets or acquire more wealth. And then always consider taxes. The richest people have the biggest problems doing this. More money, more problems. But remember and live by the motto: rich is temporary and wealth is forever. Wealthy habits are being prepared and responsible when it comes to taxes. So, concluding with 4 key takeaways: optimize your assets, take risks, minimize liabilities, and value your time more than money. This worksheet, visit my accounting firm website, cpaconnections.com, at the bottom right here. And I'm offering a free session with me, and I will help you complete this net worth worksheet. Sounds, it's a traditional Excel worksheet, but it's very valuable. And I'm going to drop the link to download this worksheet in the chat, and also it will be available at the casino. So basically, this worksheet will calculate your net worth, which will allow you to understand your financial situation and make any adjustments as necessary. If you have any questions for me, please ask in the chat. Once again, I'll respond throughout this webinar as quickly as possible. And again, I appreciate you all for taking the time out your day, joining this webinar. Hope you enjoy the show, and happy Juneteenth, and I'll see you later.
Thanks once again for presenting for us for net worth. We're now going to go ahead and go over to all of our panelists who have submitted great value and wealth videos for us to check out. So here we go.
Hey y'all, my name is Deshae B, and I'm a mortgage loan originator with the Greystone Mortgage Bank. As a mortgage loan originator or loan officer, it's my job to help you in securing a loan to purchase your home or any type of property in general. Honestly, it's fairly impossible for me to tell you guys everything you need to know about buying a home in under 10 minutes, but I'll do my best to give you guys some clear and memorable takeaways so that you feel a little bit more prepared when you're ready to make that big step. There's a million things you can find on Google about the steps in the home buying process. So instead of trying to cram all that in here, I'll just stick to my expertise, which is documents. When I first started in this industry, I was a loan processor, the person that gets all of your documents that the underwriter is requesting in order to clear your loan to close. When you're applying for a home loan, your loan officer is going to request these documents before you're even approved. These are the documents that are going to let them know if your file is good to approve for the loan amount that you're applying for. Those documents are 2 years tax returns, 2 years W-2s, 2 months pay stubs, 2 months bank statements, and your driver's license. So let's break those down a little bit and explain why we need those, starting with your tax returns. The underwriter wants to review your tax return to validate the income that you told them that you have. They want to make sure they're aware of any write-offs, any other properties you own, any businesses that you own, just everything about your income that's filed with the government. They want to know. If you are a business owner and you do a lot of write-offs, the year you're planning to buy your house, I suggest that you not do all the write-offs that you usually do when you're filing your taxes. It's nothing wrong with writing things off. It's not illegal at all. It's just that when you're buying a home, they're going to go with that bottom line. So if you said that you made $100,000 this year and you wrote off $80,000, you're only going to be getting $20,000 as your income. That bottom line on your taxes, that's your income. I know this part is not for everybody, but we may have a few business owners in the room, and a lot of people don't know that. If you have a loss on your taxes for your business, that's what they're going to be counting as your income. You don't have any. It's that loss. 2 years W-2s. They want to make sure that the income that you're reporting is actually income coming from your job, your W-2. They also want to make sure that your W-2s match up with your pay stubs, so they're going to need those too. Now, 2 months pay stubs. If you're paid twice a month, they're going to need 4 pay stubs. If you're paid once a month, they're going to need 2 pay stubs. If you're paid every week, they're going to need all 8 pay stubs from those 2 months. They're going to need your pay stubs, of course, to confirm your income, but also confirm any other deductions. Are you paying alimony? Are you paying child support? Is there anything else garnishing your wages that we need to add to your debt to income ratio? That's why they need your pay stubs. And for the bank statements. Now, most people don't know this, but bank statements can be the trickiest thing when it comes to buying a home, because they want to source almost everything. They're not necessarily looking at what you're buying, but where the money is coming from that's being added to your account. If your sister gave you $2,000 for something, they may need her bank statements to show that she already had that money in her account and it just wasn't placed there in order to pay you. They want to make sure there's no money laundering or any other type of illegal activity going on with the money in your account. I always tell my clients, when you're planning to buy a new home, opening up another bank account is not a bad idea, so that there's not so many deposits going in and out. And it may be a great idea to get a portion of your check to go directly to that bank account as the direct deposit, so it's only money coming from your job. And your driver's license. Your driver's license is just needed to confirm your identity. If you don't have a driver's license, they'll take any government ID, a state ID, or your passport. If you're not a U.S. citizen, we do have programs for green card holders and ITIN holders. That's all I have for you guys today. I really hope this helped and gave you guys just a little bit more insight on what it takes to buy a home. I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Cedric. This is so dope that you're starting this nonprofit and focusing on financial literacy. We definitely need that in our community, and I definitely want to help a lot more home buyers that look like us get into some homes this year and the years to come. Again, my name is Deshae B. I'm a mortgage loan originator or loan officer with Greystone Mortgage Bank. I am licensed in California, Illinois, Georgia, Texas, and Florida, and I'm also a California state licensed real estate agent. So if you need me for anything, I'll have all of my contacts in the next slide. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in attendance today. I am so excited that y'all are here on a Saturday afternoon to learn about building your wealth, one of my personal favorite topics. So legend has it, men are less likely to follow a budget than women. But budgets bring more than wealth, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm convinced that y'all deserve wealth too. Before we get started on the presentation, let me give y'all a brief introduction and tell y'all who I am and why I can give y'all a few pointers on building wealth. My name is Heather Allen, owner of Reality Saving. I started the company 2 years ago to help build up those around me who are making money but still are unsure on how to manage it. During this discussion, feel free to jump in the chat and ask questions, and at the end, we'll try to answer as many as we can. Today, I'll cover a quick overview of the following topics: budgeting, savings, and money management. All of these are what I call the essentials to awakening your financial insight. Let's jump right into it. What is budgeting? A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. How many times have you looked up after a week and can't figure out what you spent your money on? Food is one of those expenses that everyone wonders where their money went. I heard that men like to eat and that y'all aren't cooking that much either. But the internet could be lying. No, but really, a budget is just a plan for your life. It's no different than you saying you want a new job and then setting up a plan to get there. We make plans for everything else in life, and a budget is just another plan to set up your future for success. Are you tired of being in debt? Then it might be time to set up a budget. This isn't to say that there aren't going to be challenges that come up while you're executing this plan, but without it, you'll just be swiping your card like you're a millionaire. And my guess is, while I know you're trying to get there, you're not quite at millionaire status. Listen, the plan is to get you on a way to being a millionaire. But trust me, even millionaires have accountants to tell them how much money they can spend. I mean, every successful person has a plan. And one necessary plan is a budget. So of course, y'all want to know the basics. And you'll start building your budget by tracking your spending for the next month, writing down the money you make monthly, and separating your needs and your wants. The real key behind all of this is to start budgeting now. I can't stress that enough. So while you're setting up your budget, you've written down all your bills, including food, the barber, childcare, and the unforbidden word right now, the cost for gas. The next major thing that should be on your list is savings. Some of the benefits of savings are saving for your emergencies, things like car repairs, accidents, job loss, flexibility. Definitely want to save for that. So changing jobs, different life choices, major purchases. So your car, house, college, vacation. There's so many other major purchases, but those big things. And then opportunities, unexpected good deals that you just can't resist. I get it. I have those too. This quote says it all. A simple fact that is hard to learn is that the time to save is when you have some. The best time to put money aside for savings is now. Once you say, I'll start saving next paycheck, another emergency will shine through. Basically, summing that part up, please pay yourself first and set money aside for emergencies and big purchases you've been wanting for a while, like that home. And then last but not least, we'll hit on money management. You cannot set up all the plans. You can set up all the plans in the world, but if you don't know how to manage your money, you'll be in the exact same place you were before you created a budget. And the last thing I want to do is waste your time. Money management is building a habit. You want to be on the left side of this diagram at all times, or at least working towards building habits. No action is building the budget and not even using it. And that's a waste of time. As we discussed earlier, you've already built in your budget savings. This can be savings for emergencies or even savings for fun. So I personally have a fun account. So I definitely get needing that for when you have impulses to buy something when something just randomly comes up. So you want to have that money set aside to cover those instances. So there's different stages in managing your money. One, the first thing would really be a plan. So that's your budget, setting those goals, those guidelines, and making decisions. The second part would be tracking. So keeping records and going back and looking over it to see what you actually spent, to see if you're staying on track. And then the third thing, which I think is one of the most important parts here, is because there will be changes, is identifying if you need a new direction. So every plan can change, including your budget. I recommend reviewing your budget monthly to see if this is still working for your current situation. If not, change is good. So I'll leave you all with this. This is all my contact information. Contact me, join my Instagram for almost give like daily tips or affirmations or all of that. If you're looking to book some services, of course, you can visit my website to see what services we offer. And then last but not least, a written financial plan increases your confidence by 63%. And I believe that you are worthy of a wealthy life.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Nate Russ, and you probably wonder, who is this guy? Is he a financial counselor? Is he somebody that's going to give us some insight on our credit? Who is he? I ain't none of that. I'm a comedian. I'm here to break up the monotony of this dry material that y'all got going on. So just sit back and listen. Let me talk to y'all about my finances real quick. So for those that don't know, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, home of the Hoosiers, home of the Pacers, home of the Colts. I know all those teams suck. But you know, my credit score kind of reflects where I'm from. You know, my credit score is about a 317. And if you didn't know, that's the area code for Indianapolis. So I'm a hometown hero for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It sucks having a low credit score. It sucks. It's a limited life experience. Ain't too much I can do. I can't maneuver how I want to. Ain't too many things that I can get. But there's one thing that I can get wherever I go. Any place I go, I can always get this. And people tell me this often. Whenever I try to finance something, they always tell me that I can get the hell out of their face. Why would you even come here playing like that? You know you can't get nothing. You can get the hell on. That's what you can do. Not too long ago, I went to the car lot. You know, I'm car shopping. Want to get me a nice new little something. But, you know, my credit score, it is what it is. You know, it just is what it is. But they say, you know what, sometimes you got to trust God. And I believe. I'm a believer. So I went to the lot, talked to the salesperson, and he said, you know, yeah, we're going to try to get you in something. He pulled up my specifics of my credit. He said, hey, I know you're looking for a Jaguar, but all I can offer you is a job. So I've been the night janitor at the car lot for about the last 6 weeks. You know, I've been able to save up about $200-300. So, you know, I'm working on something. Another bad thing is it's hard to find love when your finances is toe up. You know, I recently broke up with my girlfriend, and we were together for, let me see. We were together for 6 long business days. Yeah. And I had to cut her off, just like, you know, a Netflix trial period. You know, once that 7th day hits, you know, things get pricey. So I had to, you know, cancel my membership. There was a point in time where I thought my credit was, you know, at least okay. You know, so I thought. But I was checking the wrong things for my credit. For the longest I was checking Credit Karma, they'll tell you a lie like you've never been told a lie before. Checking Credit Karma for your credit score is like asking your woman if she came. You know it's going to be a lie, but at least it sounds good. It felt good to me. It felt good. Everybody know we living in crazy times, or should I say expensive times. Everything costs. The price on everything is up. Rent, gas, air. That breath right there probably just cost me $2. Please, y'all can have it back. Please, just lower the price. It seems like the economy is all over the place, inflation, and it's just ridiculous right now. And it seems like nobody wants to work. Price of everything is up, but ain't no workers nowhere. What is it? What is going on? It's crazy times. It's so many jobs hiring. I seen a sign just yesterday that said, work today, get paid tomorrow. I now am the shift leader at Wendy's. It's an all right gig. I get the fries whenever I want to. It's all right with me. So if you need a job, contact me. I'll get an interview with you. Just contact me, please. We need third shift workers. Please contact me. But everything ain't all bad. You know, things are on the up and up. You know, things are looking up. You know, recently I was able to get some clothes out of layaway. The only thing is they ain't in style no more. Yeah. I recently got out 3 tall tees and some Vizu jeans. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna wear them, but I got them, so I'm gonna wear them somewhere. I'm not lying to y'all. Everything is so expensive everywhere. I recently got back from a trip. I went with my cousins. We went to Atlanta. And, you know, they wanted to step out and, you know, have a nice time. I said, why not? You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans. We went to a nightclub. Man, it was $200 to get in and $150 to get out. I ain't never paid to get out the club. I said, what in the world do y'all got going on in here? So I stayed. You know, I stayed. I was supposed to be back in January, and it's now June. So, you know, that's that. But I'm happy I stayed. You know, I met some nice people during my time there. So, and what really frustrates me is when other broke people ask me for money. Like, come on, man. We one in the same. Don't ask me for no money. Come on, they always try to make small talk before they do it. Hey, Nate, what's going on? It's nice weather, ain't it? Man, it's snowing. What do you want? Limited funds is hard, man. Women talk to you any kind of way, treat you just like you ain't nothing. I ran into a woman recently. I was like, man, she's nice looking. I asked her name. She told me her cash app. So I did what any upstanding gentleman would do. I sent a request for $34. So, $ Keisha Goddess 93. If you're watching this, send me my 34. I need that now. I gotta pay these people. Send that through, cause you might be on this Zoom call. And the telltale sign to know if your money is truly funny is by looking at your car. I'm telling you, your car will tell on you every single time. Your car ever been so messed up that you had to give people instructions before they get in it? I try my best not to give nobody a ride. Please don't ask me, because it's too much of a list of stuff to go through. Every time somebody rides me, I'm like, hey, don't let that seat back. You let that seat back, it ain't gonna come back up. So please don't let that seat back. And don't roll the window down. Don't roll the window down. It's not that hot. It's please don't roll the window down. It's off track. We ain't gonna be able to get it up. Hey, and don't use that cup holder. The cup holder? Yeah, the cup holder too. It's connected to the alternator. If you use that, we're gonna be stranded. So please, you know, eventually I'm gonna get back out there in the dating world. And I got my eye on this cougar. I like me some cougars now. I really do. I'm only 29, so they like me too. But it's something about a cougar. I don't know what it is. But you can't really mess with cougars too often. At least I can't. Because they like to do things too early in the day. They just way too early. I had, you know, one of my cougar, you know, lady friends, she contacted me and said, hey there, young man, come on over. Let's go on out to eat. Let's go get dinner. Miss Edna, it's only 3:30. I'm not even off work yet. Please, can you just wait until later, please? Please, can you wait? And then she had to hit me with this is the next day. She said, well, won't you come on over and stay the night with me, Miss Edna? It's only 6 p.m. The game ain't even came on yet. I got to see what LeBron and them gonna do. Please, I will contact you when I'm finished, but just not right now. It's a little too early. And for those of you that applied for the PPP loan, please, and I mean please, for the love of God, have a legitimate business. Please, because y'all think this is just free money? No, PPP really stands for prison, parole, or probation. Pick one of the P's. That's what the real P's stand for. Please be careful, please. Also, be very cautious out here. Be careful. People are stressed out. People are doing things that are really not in their character. I recently had somebody break into my house. I live in a pretty decent neighborhood. Somebody recently broke in, but they only took stuff that really didn't matter. They broke in, kicked the door down. My TV was left alone, but all my AAA batteries were gone. I had left some stuff in my junk drawer, and they took my AAA card. So I'm like, my AAA batteries and my AAA card, what are y'all searching for? A straight A's? Like, are y'all trying to finally get the honor roll for once in your life? Why? Just if you're gonna take something that's valuable. What? Come on, man. And at this time, I want to take a serious moment to have a moment of silence for a friend of mine that is no longer with us. So, if we can have a brief moment of silence for my homeboy SC. That's my homeboy stimulus check. Because those are definitely a thing of the past now. And I sure do miss it. Stimulus, if you can hear this from wherever you are beyond the grave, I sure do miss you. Please, wherever you are, be safe. And if any way possible, please come back. Please. When people got them stimulus checks, you can't say it wasn't a fun time. Folks who got $1,200 drop down on them. I said, dang, this... is this what it feel like to have a sugar daddy? I see why the girls be going crazy. Why they don't want to work? Dang, just $1,200 just drop. I said, this is all right. I ain't giving them no sugar. But this is all right. If you're watching this Zoom call, that means you got the right mindset. You're in the right place to get your money together, especially if you look like me. Because I don't know what it is about being here in this country. I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, things seem a little more challenging for us. I don't know what it is. It's like we got a 400-year setback, and it's like we maybe built this country, you know, off the backs of our ancestors, and don't have much to show for it in the grand scheme of things. So we're still kind of playing catch up. I don't know. I just had that thought. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But special thanks to my guy Cedric for inviting me to do this, to, you know, break up the monotony of, you know, this stuff is very important. It's key to growth and success and really, you know, truly building wealth. And, you know, but it gets a little dry, so he invited me to do it. So I want to give a special shout out to him, tell him thank you. And for all of y'all that's watching, I wish you much success, much growth, and true happiness in all of your endeavors. You can follow me on all social medias at Nate Russ Comedy, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Backpage. Nope, not Backpage. I canceled that. I canceled that page. Yeah, but OnlyFans, you know, you can find me on there. But again, you know, much success to everybody that's watching this. And I'm Nate Russ, and thank y'all. Take care.
Ari, what's good?
What's going on, bro?
Good, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir. My name is Mari Rushing. I came from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, originally. You know, grew up. I was actually born in Atlanta, but raised in Milwaukee. High school athlete, track, football.
Okay.
And I went to state a few times.
Any dubs in state?
We took second place in the 4x1. And I came to. My parents actually moved to Texas before I did, and I was kind of resistant. I didn't really want to move. I was just 18. I didn't want to move from my city.
Right.
The best decision I ever made. I was resistant to it, but what happened was I came out here, was looking for work and whatnot. I didn't know what to do. I ended up going to trade school for welding. You know, that's a huge networking opportunity right there. So, you know, welders make good money.
Right. And
then my pops, he actually met somebody who worked at the company I work at now. And it was, you know, high-paying job, benefits, the whole nine. So pretty much he asked a stranger to put me in. The only way I could work there was through referrals at the time.
The connection.
So he actually asked a stranger to put me in a referral system. And that's when it clicked, like, dang, he asked a complete stranger. I got this opportunity to get on, end up getting a job. So, you know, you can't be hesitant to ask him. Like I always say, closed mouths don't get fed. You know, you gotta ask and you gotta put yourself out there. So I got on at this good company, making good benefits at 18.
Yeah,
I just had my first kid. So that was the first lesson I learned in pretty much networking.
Being from Indianapolis, moving to West Coast now, down here, it forces you to talk to people.
Forces you to get out your comfort zone.
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah, I got numerous amounts of examples where basically one person led me to another person, or another person led me to another person, which I'm doing long-term business with.
Right.
Just off one interaction from a person I never thought would, you know, like one person I met down here led me to people I know in California right now, and I've never been there before. So that led me to there, and I started having a relationship with
It's a beautiful thing, and it's necessary because it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Do you know?
And like for real.
And it's taking advantage of opportunities.
Right.
You know, but you have to be in position and you have to be ready to seize that opportunity. So that's why I came up with Tap In Productions, because I'm really about networking. I wanted to highlight. It actually started off me trying to just do like a YouTube, travel vlog.
Right.
But I started highlighting businesses I saw around the country. I started doing, small reviews on restaurants and different places I like that I wanted to just shine light on. But now it's like, it's a full networking company because I love the network, love to connect the dots.
It's a multi-billion-dollar company,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Close to that, man.
Yes, sir.
I see the logo, man. I like
Yes,
it.
sir.
Is that Milwaukee or?
Nah, it's just a skyline. It's not my
Okay,
city
you could have
per
said
se.
it was Milwaukee.
Yeah, I wish it was.
I wouldn't have known.
Our skyline is so trash, you wouldn't even, it wouldn't be, it's a key on there too because it's about that, I put that together and I kind of just ran with it and it just fit because I'm about, that connection, that key. So
Right, I get it. Yeah.
I actually connected, working on my job now, I connected people up there with my pops because he do cakes and he make caramel. So people up there who was baking and had other ventures, I connected them with them and they doing long-term business. They've been doing business for years. I just like to connect the dots. I know a lot of people, if you doing this over here and they doing that, how can y'all help each other? I like to make that connection.
Long term, how are you going to monetize that, and help other people do what you did and become successful themselves?
Create a platform where people can come reach out to me if they want advertisement pretty much. They want their business to be highlighted, to get some light shine on it. I'm attached to a big community and a two-way community, and that's a big resource in itself. And I can push businesses towards them, and they will definitely support.
Oh yeah, people pay big bucks for that.
Yeah, so any industry, like people like, and I don't like to put myself in a box. So I like to look for quality businesses. I'm not gonna just say black businesses. Unfortunately, I'm not. I wanted to just do black businesses, but it's quality over anything first. Because they're black, like no, I need to vet the companies out. And that's who I like to support. And I'm a genuine person. Like, if you got a business, I'm gonna spend money with you. Before I even make a post about it or anything, I'm gonna spend with you. Position for a reason, because I put my money where my mouth is. I will put a bag behind anything that I feel like is something that is credible and worthy. And I feel like everybody should do the same,
For sure. I mean, I'm gonna touch on social media. Even in my personal experience, I've always been the person that I can make money with my eyes closed. And for a while, I wasn't even messing with social media. I was like, yo, that's weird to me. But now I see the relevance in today's world, and like you said, helping major corporations, because they're lacking that. There's major corporations that still are looking for that networking plug in these new outlets. Meet people, first impression, punctuality,
exactly.
all that. So,
and I'm a person who knows a lot about a little. So, a little about a lot, I should say. So I may not know everything about a certain topic, but I've heard about it. I know a little bit about it, and most importantly, I could probably connect you with somebody who knows a lot about it. So I like to dabble in a lot of different areas. A little bit about crypto, a little bit about stocks. But I know somebody who knows a lot about it who I can connect you with, where you can learn or get a course from them. So I think that's valuable as well. Like, if you have a skill or trade, you should be marketing yourself on social media. This is the new era where you can monetize the internet. Like, a lot of people scroll the internet daily and not getting paid from it. You should be working towards getting paid for at least using that time.
Talk about, you are the board member of Be Well. You have an event coming up. We'll stream on that as well. What are your plans, and why did you invest your time and money? I like the word sweat equity into that nonprofit organization.
Right. Well, Be Well in itself is already catchy. Be wealthy, and that's what I'm about. I want to create generational wealth for my family, and so I have a company already, Gen Wealth Logistics. It's a trucking company. I don't have any trucks yet, but it's already formed, the LLC. had it for a few years, so it already fit. I'm like, okay, he about wealth, I'm about generational wealth. It makes sense, and it fit organically. That's why I came aboard. And really what made me do it is when I reached out to you about a few stock or a few crypto plays, you didn't mess around. And I respected that because a lot of people I tell stuff to, they don't heed to it. Like they sit around and then they say, oh, I missed it. You didn't waste time, and you actually made some money. So
yeah, shout out to you, man. I made some good money on that. You know, knowledge that we're going to be putting out with this nonprofit is going to build that generational wealth. So it all ties in, bro.
No, that's a heavy point because a lot of people do think they can save. You can't save into wealth. You can't save or work your way into financial freedom. You have to be an investor. You have to invest money. And how else will you compound it? Like, compound interest is one of the world's secrets that's like people should all be tapping into. Even if it's a simple CD, but it's something. It's better than a savings account. They taking your money, they making money on it, and then at the end of the year, you probably losing money because of inflation. Yeah, no excuses. We got the world in our hands. Right. It's like it's unlimited amounts of knowledge on the internet. I can't tell you how much I learned on YouTube. Anytime you're trying to fix something in your house, the first thing you do is go on YouTube. Yes. There's a video on it. So don't undervalue YouTube. And it's free on YouTube. So tap into that. That's a valuable source. And don't undervalue it. Make connections. Like I would say, go to events that have things you're passionate about, whether it's trading or real estate. Go connect with these people. It's more about networking with the people over the information, because you might know the information, maybe not, but it's more about networking with those people.
We think a certain way, but in the Midwest, bro, it's great today, but it's like this every day, bro. So it's no motivation, and it takes that extra oomph for you to speak up and be able to apply your talents in the right space, man.
Yeah,
so that's what it is, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Like always.
Many more. So toast to that.
Yes sir.
All right, everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Jeremy with Trade Life. I'm basically the founder of Trade Life. I teach people how to trade. I teach people. Give people advice on market situations and etc. Today, I'm here to show you guys basically what it's like trading in today's market. Maybe you have some info. Maybe you're a very beginner. You'll be able to take something from this and maybe go out and do your own research, or you can reach out to me or Be Well, and we'll be able to get you in the right direction. So with that being said, happy Juneteenth. Let's get started, right? All right. The points I'll be covering today is the different types of trading that we'll be getting into. There's a bunch of different types of trading that you can start and get into. If you are getting into any of those types of trading, you're going to need to learn market research. You're going to need to learn how to do that. Anything investment wise comes with some type of research. We also going to go against Japanese candlesticks, how important those are, that's the true indicator, and also what it's like trading in today's market. Is it worth it with everything going on? We'll find out. All right, so the different types of trading I have here, you have the stock market, you have options trading, crypto, NFTs, Forex, ETFs. All of these are assets that puts money in your pocket. Some of them are traded differently than others. Some of them are more straightforward, some of them are more complicated. I always say find your niche. Everybody that gets into trading, somebody like my niche is Forex. I also have investments in crypto and the stock market and ETFs as well. But my main go-to to, like, if I want to make some money, it'll be Forex, because I know basically I do a lot of market research. That's my strong point, etc. So find your niche is very important. The next thing I'm going to talk about is market research. We just talked about how important it is to know what you're investing in, right? So what's some good market research? So here's some stock sources. When I mean stock sources, so this is the ETFs, options trading, stocks, anything that categorizes that. You can find any of this information on the news, CNN, Fox, CNBC, all of those places. They run news all day, and they're guaranteed to show something that's going on in the market, whether it's political, whether it's something in the world that's going on, whether it's whatever it is, they show it, right? We also have ticker websites. Ticker websites are basically the websites you go to find out the information for this stock or for this crypto unit or for this NFT, whatever. Ticker websites basically give you the information to know if you're going to go ahead and go with your move. And I say this because a lot of people go and they talk about, hey, I'm pretty sure most of people here say, hey, man, go invest in Apple right now, bro. Like it's going up, it's going crazy. Go invest in Yahoo right now, it's going crazy. Well, it's okay to do that, but a lot of those people don't do market research. A lot of those people, if you ask people what's the volume look like, or what's the price to income ratio, then they get kind of shook. They don't even know what that means. So my best advice to you is when somebody tells you to invest in something and they looking like, hey man, you should invest in this, then this is the source you need to go to. Like you need to watch the news. You need to find out, go to these websites. That's the fastest way to find out. And you go to these websites and you find out what's going on here to where, you know, is he telling the truth? Maybe it is going to go up, or maybe he just heard it from somebody else, right? And that's basically gets the FUD out the way. We call that FUD in the market. We don't want to deal with that, right? So websites would be Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, CS, CNBC, all Bloomberg.com, any of these .com websites to get you what you need to find out. We have some crypto sources here. This is ticker websites for crypto. It's the Coin Market Cap. You have CoinDesk, Crypto.com, YCharts. All these show crypto assets, what is going on with that asset at the time. And then we have Forex websites. You can look at TradingView, MetaTrader on your phone or on a computer. These show you charts and, you know, information about the websites. Global rates, I put that in caps because that's really a valuable source that a lot of people don't know about when it comes down to Forex. All right, so right here, I have a ticker website. This is gonna basically show you what you need to know. Like you're gonna go to this right here, I have an example of Apple, right? So somebody said, hey man, you should go invest in Apple. And then you go on Yahoo Finance and you look at Apple, right? And now you need to find out, you're gonna see all these numbers. I'm not gonna go through each and every last number here, but I'm going through a couple of points to kind of show you how you go about doing these things. You can easily go to Investopedia. You can book a session with Trade Life or Be Well to find out more information. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the volume. Let's start off with the volume, right? So the volume shows how many numbers of shares are being traded or contracts that are active in the stock. So these are, if I have one share of Apple, that's going to be added to that total, right? So that's basically the total number of circulation they have at one time. We look at volume because it shows growth, right? Increasing volume in a stock is looked at as bullish. So when you see the volume increasing, for instance, you see it's 92, the volume is 92 million, right? And then the next day it's 120, and the next day it's 150. That stock is most likely going to go up. That stock is going to go crazy, right? Because there's all these people buying and buying and buying more shares of it. But there's also an exception to this. If prices fall on high volume, right? If prices fall on high volume, meaning you see the stock going down, but you see the volume going up, that means it shows really, really good strength in the opposite direction. So that means you see it going down and the volume going up, that means it's going to continue going down. It's going to continue getting stronger and stronger until it finds its support or resistance, right? Another thing we look at is the market cap. It shows you the value of the company. Apple's market cap is 2.2 trillion right here, right? They get this number by multiplying the price of the stock times the volume, basically the number of outstanding shares, right? And the market cap, the higher the market cap, the more valuable the company is. I mean, if somebody has $2.2 trillion, I don't see them going bankrupt anytime soon, basically. So, and that's one way to only lose in the stock market is if a company goes bankrupt, you lose all your money. That's a wrap, right? But Apple's at 2.2 trillion. I don't see them going to zero anytime soon. Another thing I look at is price to earnings ratio, which I was talking about earlier. It ranges between 20 and 25, right? A low price to income ratio is really good. It shows growth in the company, meaning that their money, they're probably making more money than their stock price is actually that actually is. And if a stock price to income ratio is, let's say, 25 or 30, right? That means that their stock price is really high, but the money they're making is not enough to suffice for what the stock price is, and it's most likely to revalue and come back down. Okay, and then right now when we look at Apple's in the 22 range, meaning it's average. I mean, it's numbers that it's making money. It's keeping up with that stock price, so it's pretty good ratio. Meaning it's average. You shouldn't have to worry about it, right? All right, so that's just a little glimpse of like a ticker that you would look at. There's also, open bid, ask, days range. I can go on and on and on about that, but I won't take up too much of your time here. So I'm moving forward. I'm gonna also this is a Bitcoin ticker here. This is a coinmarketcap.com. If I want to look at a price of any coin, you go here, and you basically see everything you need to know. There's a market cap. There's a volume, and there's a circulating supply. There's even a chart and also other information that you can use to find out the information you need to know. Now, the difference between crypto is that circulating supply is kind of like important, because if you don't have, if you have let's say a small amount of coins, your price is going to be worth more. And let me make an analogy to that. Let's say if they come out with a pair of Jordans, right? And they only release 5 pair of Jordans. Let's say one in random 5 states: Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, New York, and let's say Philly, right? There's 1 pair. So you know how much this shoe is going to cost, because there's only 5 pair print like ever made. Same thing here with Bitcoin and coin market cap. If there's an unlimited supply of coins, it's not going to be as valuable, because they could just easily just make it, right? Bitcoin has a market cap, meaning once it hits this cap, nobody really can get in a sense. You can't buy a whole Bitcoin in a sense. And they would have to farm more or make more in order for them to like increase it. But if they did that, the price would go down. Okay. Here's a Forex reference. This is not necessarily a ticker website, but I did want to show y'all globalrates.com and kind of how Forex works, right? So Forex is basically you invested in an economy, right? So right here, let me give you an example. In Forex, you may see an economy says the ticker of the actual thing you invest in may say the US, maybe USD JPY, meaning you're betting that the US currency is going to that the US you're betting opposites of each other. So America versus Japan, right? And what you want to do here is that you really want to find out where the banks are investing their money, because this is also currency, right? The banks the banks print, they keep currency, right? So wherever they're investing their money at is most likely where the chart is going to go. And what I mean by that is, let's say this is interest rates. So if a bank was going to invest in something, or let's say you bought a credit card, or you got a credit card, you got a proof of a credit card, 2 of them. The first credit card has an interest rate of 34%. The second credit card has an interest rate of 3%. Which credit card are you going to take? 9 times out of 10, you're going to take that 3% interest rate, right? You're going to take it all day, right? Same thing with the banks. If there's a currency with a high interest rate, they're going to go with the other currency, because they're going to make more without being taxed on it, right? So, for instance, let's look at the American interest rate is at 1%, and a Japanese interest rate is at a negative 10%, meaning that they don't even have an interest rate there. So obviously the banks are, for right now, the banks are going to like favor the Japan currency. So if you was to look at this chart, you probably see a downtrend, because the Japan currency is winning against the US currency at the moment, right? And that's only because the interest rates are high and the banks are making more money on the way down than on the way up. Simple as put. It doesn't stay like this. You see this change row right here. The dates always change. The interest rates change at a quick of a dime. So I keep this up, refresh the page at all times to see where the banks are trading at for the day. And that way it gives me a jump on the market, because if I see some type of market action, I could say, oh no, they trying to fake me out, because I know that the banks are with the Japan currency. So Japanese candlesticks, these are your true indicators. On a bunch of charts, once you get into trading and once you get because this is really a brief overview. I'm not really going into detail here, but there's going to be indicators. You can find a Fibonacci indicator, RSI, all these type of different indicators that can show you where the market is going. But the best one ever is the Japanese candlesticks, and I'll get into those in just a second. But I say it's a true indicator because it actually shows you market action. It shows you the buyers versus the sellers, and that's the best. That's really all you need, right? Learning candlesticks puts you above the average trader because they may just be buying and selling, right? But if you actually know what's going on in the market, if you can look at a candlestick and be like, okay, this is about to like go crazy just from the market fluidity, right? If you can look at that and say that you basically above the average trader, because most people don't even know how to read candlesticks or how to read charts. Candlesticks can be used in everything. That's why I love them as well. They can be used in crypto, stocks, options, forex, except NFTs. NFTs is digital art. That's a whole different ball game. But when you're looking at a chart, if it has red and green candlesticks, you can honestly just read it and find out what the market is doing. Japanese candlesticks, people use it in day trading or holding long positions. You can look at a month chart. You can look at a day chart. You can look at a 1 minute chart, and you can look at the different candlesticks and how they're moving, and you can kind of put your strategy together, however you want to do it. And this is an example of a Japanese candlestick. There's a red one, a bearish candle. A bearish candle is, anytime you hear bearish in the market for my newcomers, bearish means going down. That means that you see a chart, just imagine a chart just going down. That's a bearish market, and the opposite with bullish. Bullish is a market that's going upwards, right? So in this dance we have here, they call it the bulls versus the bears for a good reason. The bulls are always going against the bears. You always see a formation of red and green candlesticks of people buying and selling at will, right? Some people are buying and then selling to get their profit. Same here. But there's candlestick formations that you can learn that'll give you an edge over the market, believe it or not. A lot of people think this, like, it's really astounding how you can look at something and just kind of predict. I've been able to do this multiple times, right? So in here, we see that same candlestick formation we see in here, right? This is called a bullish engulfing candle, meaning that this candlestick engulfs this little one here, and it gaps a little bit lower than this one. It doesn't have to necessarily be perfect, but you get the point. So in here, you notice that there's a bullish engulfing candle. You see a bearish market, a bullish engulfing candle prints, and then the market reverses. Now, say for instance, you know about bullish engulfing candlesticks and this prints on the market chart, right? Then you know for a fact, well, it's not 100%, but it's a really high percentage that this market is going to reverse and go the other way. And it's perfect time to buy, right? Because you're all the way at the bottom here and you're going to be buying to go all the way up to the top. And then you can sell for your position, make your profit. Same old song and dance, right? So, next thing I want to get into, is it worth investing in today's market? So we all know that there's inflation going on. It's currently right now in a bear market. There's increased interest rates in the US. You just saw that, right? There's been a prolonged bull market, meaning that since we've released those stimmy checks, the market has been going up, right? It hasn't fell since. There's also an oil crisis and talks of a recession. So is it worth investing in today's market? A lot of people would see all that and say, no, market might crash, market might, No, the answer is yes. It is very important that you invest in today's market. Why? Because statistically, ever since the beginning of people trading, it's been shown that every time that there's a market crash or there's a market pullback, it's always going to recover. Normally, you see a 20, 30, maybe 40% decrease, right, in your portfolio. And if you buy more stocks or if you buy and hold more, then when the market recovers, you're going to get 100, 200, 300% ROI. ROI means return on investment. But you're going to see that return, and you're going to basically be good, because guess what? If you see your numbers falling, like right now, my portfolio is in a 30%, is negative 30% right now. If I sell my assets right now, I end up losing, right? And let's say another year from now, the market recovers and reaches new market highs. That means I just missed out on 200% of profits just because I was impatient, and just because the market is where it is right now. So don't get that messed up. Matter of fact, even if you're a new trader here, the best thing you can do, everything is dirt cheap right now as far as the market goes. The market is very dirt cheap. Everything that I bought is like basically almost, I wouldn't say half of it, it's like a third of a price down. So if I was to tell you, hey man, these Jordans are on sale for $100, or this PS5 is on sale for $200, you will jump on it, right? So if I tell you that the market is on sale, jump on it. Like you won't regret it maybe 2-3 years from now, promise. And with that being said, if there's any more questions, if you want to dive deeper into what I've just talked about today, if you're interested in trading, you can follow Trade Life on Instagram. You can DM me there. If some odd reason I don't get back to you, you can contact Be Well. Also, if there's, if you don't want to do any of those things, you can also look at YouTube, Investopedia books. You can literally teach yourself this information like I did, folks. And, that's literally all it is that it takes to trade. Practice. There are dummy accounts, meaning that paper trading accounts, meaning you don't even have to use real money to trade in a live market, right? You can use fake money and practice until you get your bearings together, right? So that's basically what I did to start off trading. I did a lot of research. I reached out to a lot of people, and I basically became the trader who I am today. So peace, folks. Happy Juneteenth. Thank you, Cedric. Thank you, Be Well, for having me. Y'all have a good one.
It might be the most important. I ain't even really mean to rhyme right there. Yo, this the climb that we need, climb to be free and overcome, the climb to finally see, silently leave behind the blind who find it time to concede, try to comply and find a sign to give your mind some relief, disguise a disease, quit trying to hide, decide what you need, realize your time is of the essence and it's time to believe, deprive your mind from the depression, ease your mind from defeat, find a release, combine your blessings with the grind to succeed, find a degree, that's what they say, I say make time for your dreams, I took some L's and learned some lessons, showed in time you can be the fucking best, I need a check for every time that I speak, and every rhyme and every line is for them times in the east, times in the streets on 25th is where they finding me deep, with 20 niggas playing ball, this time it's shining on me, I took a shot to get this paper, pockets finally steep, I'm steady watching for the haters trying to find where we be, I think it's crazy how the system working, I got some niggas doing things but say they wish they were a different person, but they trying to provide for everyone in their life, ensuring they can survive, at times it gets them nervous, it's so amazing when these bitches twerking, oh no offense, I ain't complaining, girl, go get your Birkin, so quick to choose and take a pic with everyone in the event, and all the money that you spent don't go to rent, and now you vent, you hurting, this the climb to the top, climb to retreat from every bum who trying to chime in and talk about success I manifested, played it safe but still aggressive, here's a list of my confessions, hope you found what you want. I'm from the east where niggas finding the Glock, climbing your spot with no forgiveness just to find what they want, from where it's best to mind your business, everyone looking suspicious, every day in life I'm risking just to shine at the top, mind what I got cause what I don't doesn't define what I'm not, isn't involved with my ambition or aligned with my plot, I'm about to kick it in, for everybody out there really listening, I think that I'm the GOAT and all the ranks need repositioning, envisioned it, they love the way I keep delivering, hear it in my voice, I'm coming different, I'm here and made a choice to not pretend with it, I'm clearing out the noise and staying poised, wanna enjoy every reward that comes with finishing, and fuck the beast because this shit disturbing, know some deceased who living free better than me from this disease that's hurting, if you believe it or not, you better see what you conceive is to deceive you and block, and never reach your purpose, I tuck the heat because the streets is lurking, they never sleep and trying to feast on anything that they perceive is worth it, I know my seed is worthless, I breach the surface, a living testimony, welcome me, just made a sleek emergence.
thank you all for, sticking around the first webinar. Please provide feedback on our website, drop a review. And if you want to be a part of the next one, just send us an email at support@bewell.org, support@bewell.org. And we would love to have you be a part of this team. And once again, happy Juneteenth. Most of y'all, I'll see y'all later for the casino. I'm ready. So let's get it.